this time. Yeah. Right.
Can we
So
just say, before, which you can edit out, but we get cut off at the end, but just to, excuse me, just to
yeah,
reaffirm our arrangement, that is that our next regular podcast will be Wednesday, the 23rd of April.
yeah, that's correct.
Yep. So you can
Yeah,
just so we know. And
yeah.
I shall miss doing it next week. I really will. But when we have the next one, I'll perhaps send a suggested topic based on any experiences I have on the holiday. So, but yeah, Wednesday the 23rd will be
Wednesday the 23rd. Yeah. Wednesday the 23rd.
excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just you want to do the opening remarks, please?
Yep. Good afternoon, everybody, football fans everywhere. Here we are again discussing all things football. I'm Trevor Gear, and I call him Cuz.
And I am Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz. I call him bruv. We'll get
Nice
there. We'll
quick
get
thinking there. Quick thinking, bro.
there.
So the
Right.
football referee. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So Lioness against
Yeah.
Belgium. I think the return leg is tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's quite a few games on tomorrow, and there's Arsenal and Madrid on tomorrow as well.
Mm. Yep.
Tuesday the 8th. Right. So the Lioness. I was
Yeah.
really impressed. I watched that game and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yep.
Also, more
Yep.
so, more so because we won. I must say
Well, of
that.
course, yeah. It
Yeah.
was a bit of a thrashing. It was 4-0, I think, in the end.
Five,
And I know
five,
that just was it
five.
5 at the end?
It was
Well, I
five.
think
Yeah.
I went to make a cup of tea when it was 4. It was 4 when I started watching. But I was just as I'm always. The team played very very well, but I particularly like Jess Park. Now I think she's still at Manchester City, but I remember seeing her a year or two ago when she was on loan somewhere, and I'd never seen her before. And on the TV, this was, and I thought, wow, she's fantastic. She's a brilliant footballer. And sure, and I remember saying at the time she'll play for England, which she hadn't done at that stage. But of
Yeah.
course, it was only a matter of time. She started probably her first game for England quite a few months ago, if not longer. But yeah, she's majestic. I mean, she is a star footballer for the women's game. But yeah, the team played very well. It was a thumping, wasn't it, for
It
the
was.
opposition?
It
So
was.
it's I think it's in the Nations Cup, isn't it? So it's kind of a more sort of locally played competition. But yeah,
Yeah.
very impressive. Very
Yeah.
impressive.
It does give us hope, don't it? It does give us hope that, we're probably the best in the world now.
Well, we probably are.
Yeah.
The interesting corollary, that's a good word, isn't it? Corollary, whatever it means. But the interesting corollary, I won't say it again, to that game, and don't ask me why, there's no connotations to this, I hope, but that night I had a very powerful dream about Sarina Wiegman.
All right.
And in the dream, she was offering me loads of gloves. Now, don't try and make sense of
All
this because
right.
I can't. But whether they were goalkeeping gloves, I don't know. But I was picking out some gloves. I thought I liked those, and talking to her. And as I said before about some dreams, it was as real as you are across my screen there. It was just incredibly vivid. And when I woke up, I did feel a bit disappointed. It was a dream, I have to say. I mean, I've always had vivid dreams about people, and I've always been one of those people who, when I was dreamt of someone I know or even a famous person, she was she was offering me loads of gloves. Now, don't try and make sense of
All
this because
right.
I can't. But whether they were goalkeeping gloves, I don't know. But I was picking out some gloves. I thought I liked those, and talking to her. And as I said before about some dreams, it was as real as you are across my screen there. It was just incredibly vivid. And when I woke up, I did feel a bit disappointed. It was a dream, I have to say. I mean, I've always had vivid dreams about people, and I've always been one of those people who, when I was dreamt of someone I know, or even a famous person like Sarina, in a strange sort of way, the next day when you wake up to it, you feel almost an affinity with that person. You feel a bit close to them. I can't describe it better than that. But yeah, it was a very powerful dream, this Sarina. So whether it's I don't know, some omen that I will meet her one day, I don't know. But I'm glad she's still our manager after winning the Euros 2 or 3 years ago. I'm glad she stayed on. Very often they go, don't they, when they've achieved pretty much all they can do. But obviously we want them to win the World Cup as well. I see that the UK is going to get the Women's World Cup or Euros in 2035. Did you see that?
I did see that, yes. Yes.
Yeah, that decision's been made. So that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Is it the women's
well
or the
played,
men?
the ladies. Have I got that wrong? I think it was...
all right.
I think it's the women's. If we got it wrong, then it's a bit unforgivable if I've got that wrong. But talking about the women's, I thought it was the women's, but there could be people listening to us saying, "You idiot, it's the men's." But I think it's the. Obviously, after this, I would go and check my sources and be embarrassed if I'm completely wrong.
Well, so would I. I would have to go and check that out as well, because I read it and I thought, "Ooh, that's good." But then you
read it as well, yeah.
I did, and I thought, and when you said the women's, I thought, well, maybe I must have read it wrong, because I was under the impression that it was the men's. But yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. At least we admit within ourselves that we perhaps not getting it accurately right. So we will have to check that and get back to our viewers. But yeah, let's
put in our apologies now. Let's apologise now for a mistake, because one of us is wrong, and I got a feeling it might be me on this. But yeah, well, anyway, one of our teams, men or women, are going to get the Euro. I think it's the Euros in 2035. But we'll see anyway.
I thought it was the World Cup. Yeah, this is it.
I didn't think it was.
All right.
It's going well, isn't it, bruv? It's going very well today.